Hello, this is Sky.
And Jaka.
From the Anime Corner, this is a small update to explain some upcoming changes to the show that are coming soon.
Slade has started a new podcast adventure called Driveway Studios with his co-host and friend, Will.
This is the last episode we've recorded with Slade. We wish our friends the best. Please show support and check it out.
But guys, what does that mean for the Anime Corner?
Well, Alex from the Game Club Pod, that means we have some changes coming that we need to share. Firstly, the show's name has changed to the Biased Anime Podcast, or BAP for short.
Secondly, we are changing up our format just a little bit.
We hope you will enjoy the new show and will join us for some more anime shenanigans.
For now, we go back to the last episode of the Anime Corner, and we hope you'll enjoy the Eminence and Shadow. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Anime Corner. My name is Slade. I'm joined by two of my favorite otakus. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You.
Hi, I'm Sky.
Yeah, you slander. Slander.
I accept my fate.
I will go down fighting, but it's true.
I've seen your Annie list.
Mine?
Leave me alone. I'm old.
Oh goodness, hello. We are here this month to talk about the Eminence in Shadow, Season 1. This is a 20-episoder, which breaks our rule for the first time of only 12 episodes. I really wanted to watch this with y'all. You did, and I know we're not getting into it just yet, because, you know, we'll have our little chat and everything. But I do want to go ahead and bring up something I said in our group chat. Oh no! Which to Sky specifically. Oh
yes.
Yeah, I remember your message.
Where is it? What did I say to you?
I said, "Fuck you, Sky. I've been truck-cooned again." Did I not tell you it was an isekai?
No, you didn't. No.
Yeah, we probably didn't.
No, y'all did not tell me that. Sorry for bumping the mic. You did not tell me it was. So.
Blindsided there by Trip-Coon.
I really was. I got isekai'd myself into watching something.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Even I forgot how he got to the universe. When the first episode, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah. Oh god, oh yeah." That happens.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I assume. We'll get to your opinions later, but I assume.
Well, we know why you were distracted, Slade. It wasn't a 5-paragraph anime title.
That's probably what it was. It lured me in by only being a few words.
We need to watch an anime which is like One Piece or like One Punch Man. Just 3-word titles from now on. Can we just watch Bleach?
Yeah, there is no character limit to my watch list.
What I've noticed, guys, lately yours has been expanding. The longer it is, the more you want to watch it, even if it's got the worst reviews.
Oh, of course.
What's that one lately, which has been awful?
We've been complaining about it over the last couple episodes, I'm sure.
Yeah, I keep trying to delete it from my memory because of how bad it is.
I'll check any list. You've both been talking about it so much. I don't even remember what it is.
Failure frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells.
There it is.
Jesus Christ.
It's so bad.
It could just be called failure frame. Why is the rest of it there?
It's like songs that have like parentheticals.
It's like you remember when Fall Out Boy was good and their song titles were like sentences.
Yes.
Like of all the gin joints in the world. That album from Under the Cork Tree. Cork Tree? Yeah, Under the Cork Tree is full of sentences for titles of songs. I was gonna say that. Oh, here it is. Our lawyer made us change the name of this song so we wouldn't get sued. That's the title of the first song on the album.
Beautiful. I love that. That's so great.
This should be your favorite. This should be your favorite album of all time.
What? Just this is a real like side note here. Like this isn't part of anime. I need to ask your honest opinion. I'm posting it in our little chat group. because I need to know if I should buy this now before it gets sold out. But do I buy this?
Oh god, yes.
Of course you do.
Yeah, have you not already bought it?
It's a
No, I
duckosaur.
just.
What would you
I
call that?
just. This is Duckzilla from.
Duckosaur.
Quackosaurus Rex.
I believe it's Natrix. I can't say the name properly, but do you remember that little video of the duck Godzilla singing?
Mhm.
And it was just a little video on YouTube. They've done this, and it's a campaign. I'm like, I really want that fucking duck. Like,
To take us back into buy the duck. To take us back into anime. Here is the longest title of what I'm currently watching.
Naruto.
Now, Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian.
I knew
That
you'd
is-
watch that one.
that
I
is-
knew
that
it. It's a Slade special. I call that.
It's fine. We've already had Love Confession. It's like 6 episodes in or whatever. It's great. It's really good.
How are you finding it? You think it good?
It's good. It's good. I'm having fun with it and the shenanigans. But again, like I've said, it's one of the ones this season that is heavily incestuous, and I'm not about it. Yeah.
Wait,
Somehow
is it
It's the
incestuous or is it that like little sister thing that goes?
no,
into
but no. She at one point, the little sister at one point does say the phrase, and I'm not paraphrasing this. Incest is wincest. I almost made Jaka choke on their drink.
That was an actual spit take we witnessed just now.
That is not true. That cannot be real. Are
That's-
you sure
that's-
that's not just like a wrong translation or something?
No, that's in both sub and dub. And then the other thing, there's a whole bit where the little sister is trying to convince her brother that the C cups on her chest are better to fondle than the ones that he may or may not get to on our main girl, Alia.
All right,
That's really weird.
It is, yeah.
Now this changes though. Does he reciprocate the feelings?
No,
or is he
no,
just like
no,
you're
he can't-
insane?
He's more like, why are you like this? What
Okay,
is wrong
good.
with you?
So at least they're showing both sides of the insanity. But
Yeah.
he's like, you need to grow up.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
calling her
we've
like
seen worse.
he's just like
There's
you're a
worse animes
moral
out there.
delinquent, and
Like, you mean there's
It still
there's
doesn't make
one
it okay.
recently.
No.
No, but there's one recently coming out which is literally about that, and it's
the
like,
step siblings or whatever. Days
yeah,
with my
it's like,
stepsister.
is there something we need to know, Japan? Are you okay? like, are we running out of things to talk about? Is
It
he
could
Just
like
stopped
not
asking
enough?
questions.
And again, I'm still watching the brain rot of my dear friend Nokatan. Which-
I need to catch up on that. I
We've not
really
started
do.
it.
Oh my god, this last episode literally starts off with like they're playing the game of life in the Deer Club, but
God,
they're
not the
competitive.
like-
They're competitive and get introduced like Smash characters. I don't know what's going on anymore in this game in the show, but it's
Leaning into the memes.
There's a
it's pretty flashing lights at this point, and my
Sometimes-
ADHD is
what
sucked
do they
in.
call it?
Brain rot?
It's a drug anime. Like the people who made it were on drugs, and somehow got an anime adaptation, and they were like, "So do you want to change anything?" They were like, "No, make no changes.
This is fun.
Leave the insanity. There's no story or plot. Just go with it." Like, have you ever watched the show Excel Saga?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, you want to talk about insanity? Which is they try and have a plot. It's what's that one? Is it Gitama? That's like loads of different anime
Yeah.
references. It's like
Yeah, that's
a
Gitama.
JoJo reference before JoJo references.
Yep.
The it's kind of like that, has different styles and they reference loads of different things. I think you both would love it, though it is old. It's the animation style. You look at it and you go, "Wow, this is like the old Gundam style." You know,
Ooh.
Sailor Moon type style animation.
Mhm.
Really weird dub as well. I think you'd like it. People who've seen
Well-
Excel Saga know it. That kind
We'll
of thing.
have to take a look at it after our next big plan.
Yes.
There's
Mhm.
no plans. Don't listen to them. There's no plan. We honestly have no idea what we're going to watch until we record. You know that they're lying. There's no plan.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no plan at all. All right.
We didn't know
so-
when we were going to record.
That's true. You were just like today, and I was like, I guess.
I didn't finish watching the anime an hour ago.
Yeah, my whole thought is like, as long as I'm done by the time we're recording Game Club Pod.
Yeah. We did it.
Uh,
We did it though. We're here.
All right, we're here. We're here.
We're here to do this. Sky, drag us along.
Oh, drag us along. Wow.
Oh no, that is a terrible
way to
start.
tee up that one. Oh my god.
I wonder what Slade's going to think about this.
Oh. All right, so the Eminence and Shadow. The epitome of angst. Power-hungry Sid Kagano trains his entire life to meet his childhood goal of being a superhero. His reality, however, is checked when he gets hit by a truck. Our friend Truck-kun. He would go out at night fighting biker gangs with a pair of crowbars, but was driven mad by the fact that he couldn't take on a nuclear bomb. He's resurrected in another world where he takes full advantage of magic. Writing his own life narrative, he brings his dreams of heroism from the shadows to life and seems to also speak his villains into existence. Saving, of course, pretty ladies and forming a powerful cult harem organization to lurk in the shadows in order to hunt the shadows, using his alter ego, Shadow. What are your thoughts?
I want to hear Slade's, because whilst you were giving that spiel, Slade, literally head in hands, was like, angst.
I rewrote. Sometimes I do this where I'll rewrite the title as ideas for the title of the episode.
Oh, okay.
The Eminence of a Edgelord is what I have written down.
That's actually good.
The Eminence of an Edgelord is what this is. So here's some initial thoughts, and I other than it being an edgelord in a new world,
you're making the title long. It's like you're doing it to yourself.
Well, I just keep having to edge the plot along like this show does. So,
oh my god,
fair point.
there's some things. I think pacing kind of is all over the place with this show. There was a point, maybe around episode 10 or 12, I was just, it was losing me a bit. But then we get to the tournament arc, and I'm like, all right, we're back. I'm back invested. It does a lot of that. There's a couple of things, and it is my first time watching this. I did watch the dub, which I thought was fine. I didn't hear any too big, except for one bit we could talk about later. And I think I know the scream that y'all were talking about, and it didn't sound right. But I don't know if I have the right character for it. We'll see. The music's good. The animation sometimes, and I do not mean this as a bad way by any means, but if you're gonna take inspiration from something like, and we've talked about Neon Genesis a few times, I feel like it takes a lot of early 2010s, maybe mid 2000s animation perspective of things at times, especially when it's just like cutting around the stills of characters sitting around smugly talking around a table. It feels sometimes kind of like a little bit of an old school thing going on, which I'm fine with. If you're going to be inspired by something great, be inspired correctly.
There's a lot of subtle references to anime in this. If you know them, you know them, and if you don't, like, you wouldn't think anything of it. But I was saying to Sky earlier, even in the last episode, it was like sort of hint to Death Note, sort of hint to this.
Yeah, like at one point, talking about that, during the explanation, I'm gonna hopefully find this character real quick because I want to name the character. She was one of the ones in the tournament.
Is it blue-haired one?
Blue-haired girl. What the hell is her name?
Anne
Rose.
Is that Rose?
Is that her?
Yeah, that was the blue-haired one was Anne Rose, I believe.
I'm thinking the Rose, the other one. Sorry, the blonde-haired one. There's enough roses in this goddamn anime.
There's a bunch. Yeah, Anne Rose. At one point in the tournament, she's just pulling like a speedwagon from JoJo, where she's just explaining the fights going along, and I'm like, "What are we doing? How did I get here? How did I get here?"
She's just like trying to emulate his moves.
Yeah, and then I also wrote down here it's high school DxD, but again more edgy somehow at times.
So edgy.
Yeah,
I love it.
There's a lot of fan service in this.
You're not wrong.
I felt,
season 1.
Season bad. 1, episode 1 starts off on the popular girls like bed.
Yep.
Just like straight on butt shot is the first scene you get in this. And it's not like she's not even the main character. Like she's just a side character that you're introduced to help move the plot along. Yeah. Right. That just kind of pulls the rug out from under you.
If you look very closely, if you see that her and then look at his sister, they look identical.
Maybe it is.
But you didn't notice that.
I didn't.
I did not.
But yeah,
I've only watched it 5 times though.
Yeah, I'm lonely.
Oh.
Move me to America.
A lot of
Let me in.
times, I was wanting just to have more time with just the girl characters
Mm.
than
Yeah,
our main character, because whatever they're doing in the backgrounds to me was kind of more interesting than him just on another day of like, oh yes, I'm peak background character today. This is excellent. You know what?
Yeah.
Like, let me see the espionage and the cool fights they're going through. They
Of course. Like
they
like
defeat all of Lord Asshat's security
Yeah, just off screen.
off screen. Yeah, why did I get to see that? I want to see that.
It's not called Shadow Garden. It's called the Eminence of Shadow. Like, it's about him. Although
And
Slade, I think
I'm not
killing-
mad at it myself.
Slade's
Oh.
died. Oh no!
He started coughing up a lung, and then his screen went out. Oh no!
Oh. He's still muted.
Still muted.
He's back.
There he is.
Am I? No, I'm not. Okay.
We're calling you out. Okay.
You didn't have to acknowledge the cough. Now it's gonna have
all
to
of
stay
it.
in the episode. But they like take on Lord Perv Asshats, which is the cringiest name you could have named somebody.
I
Fucking
swear.
hilarious.
We're gonna talk more about the names in this too.
Yeah. That happens. Oh, again, I want to see that. I don't care. The last fight on the train, that's super cool. That was fun. And lastly, my favorite bit, I want to go and tell you what it is.
What?
Ooh.
Okay, you've just like taken over this whole
I have.
conversation.
Yeah,
Now you're
yeah,
diving
I
into
wanna
the
hear
next
it.
topic.
We're diving. Yeah. I just want to go tell you. It's the when he poops his pants, or he says he's going to. Endlessly funny. I've seen that out of context so many times, and in
It's
context,
so
it's
good.
funny. Yeah.
He's just like, it's like, sorry
What?
guys, I need you to leave me. Leave me behind. I'm not gonna make it. His friends, whose names are his friends' names are Poe and Skell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll get to that in a second. But they're just like treating him as some sort of
Like he's
like,
dying.
hero.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
he's
like
dying, and they're letting him live
making
out
his last
wish.
stand.
Right.
Like,
Oh, okay. I've
No, it's-
ranted edge I got this all off my chest finally.
Okay.
how long have you waited to say that?
You,
A
you
long time.
the edgelord in shadow. I swear. But yeah, I want, while the topic's still fresh, I want to talk about the names in this show. So his friends names are Poe and Skell. Their full names are Poe Tato and Skell Eatle.
I hate it.
I have a theory about.
It's my favorite.
I have a theory about this universe, which I'll get into later.
Like there's a main character at the end of the show, Perv Asshat. This is great. And during the first, where is it? Oh yeah, during the first tournament, he's like, you just hear in the background every so often, and the winner is I'ma try not to lose. I love this anime so much. So what's your theory? What's your theory on the names?
Well, I've said this to you already. Like, obviously, Slade's right on a lot of points there. Maybe not as much as like I'm much happier to watch Sid, because obviously he's trying to hide who he is, and I love the fact that he thinks that his harem, if you will,
It's a harem. It's a harem.
is well.
It's you show me another dude. You show me the other
I mean,
dude.
they treat him like a lord and savior, because he did save them. Like he stops there, what he calls a curse, and he
The
just
possession.
made that up.
Yeah.
But like the I don't really see that. But obviously they all love him and stuff. And there is some weird bits. You know the bit when is it Alpha meets him after he's been arrested, and she's like undressing him and stuff. Like you're like, oh, where's that going? Ah, she's just looking after him. And there's some weird sister brother stuff in this as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an Evangelion reference in the last few episodes. I was like, what's with the strangling on the bed? What's going on?
Yep. Thankfully,
I
they
was
didn't
like,
get away with somebody's hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the universe, I feel like, obviously after he's been isekai'd, and it gets hinted at a couple times. Obviously, I don't know if this is true, because obviously there's multiple seasons and we've got a movie coming as well. But it feels like he's made this universe almost. Like you said, he's
like
speaks
episode
his
1.
enemies.
He's like, it's the cults of Diablos. Yeah, I'm trying to
like-
save the world from this cult. And Like he literally like the next line is just like his internal monologue saying, "I just made all of that up. That was great."
You're the descendant of the heroes, completely made up, but they're after the blood of the heroes. But all the names like Pervasa is something you would name like in like a D&D campaign, and he's got like a name, and everyone just starts calling him something else. Like the dickhead one, that. It sounds like that kind of like in his own brain. He's given up naming people, and he's just started giving them identities based on how he feels they should be, like Potato and Skeletor. Like but it's a great anime, and the sound design in this anime. I know you guys watched the English design, and it's good. Don't get me wrong, the English dub is okay, but I believe the Japanese one slaps more.
I do want to ask, what scream were you talking about? Because I want to see if I was right.
So there's the iconic atomic lines. It's said, I think, in all 3 different times.
Yeah.
You've got like, which I honestly believe this is separated into 3 arcs. You've got the kidnapping arc of the first few episodes, like basically the first episode, his sister, and then the princess.
Yeah, Princess Alexia.
And at the end of that arc, you've got his first atomic.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second atomic is when he's fighting in the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
When he says, I'm the, I think it's all-encompassing atomic, and he says it, whispers it. And then the third one is when he does the iconic evil laugh from Death Note, and he's laughing like a madman. He even poses. I don't know if you know, he poses like light.
Yep.
And he's doing the whole thing. But then he says, but he doesn't actually say atomic at the end. Like, but they almost roboter. I don't know what you call it when you like synthesize his voice.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying "I am," and it's so iconic in that bit. But then
it's completely lost in the English dub.
Yeah, the English dub if you can. I was supposed to send you a link of both the differences.
So I didn't notice it. The scream I was going to bring up is the one from Iris, Princess Iris.
Oh, when she's crying.
When she's crying, the scream before that took me out. I was like, that doesn't sound
that
good.
is also different. I always said this, like, there's probably you probably know nothing scene. In the last fight scene when he basically beats them both and then stamps on them.
Yeah.
In the English dub, it sounds like they're screaming in agony. But if you watch the Japanese one, it's like they're being winded. And that kind of scream you get where you can't scream because you're winded.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese cast nailed it. But the English one, they're like screaming for a long time. I'm like, that's not... Did you watch the dub? Did you watch the sub to do the dub? You can't just make it up as you go. You should get content. This is why I always say sub is better. But I understand people enjoyed the dub because they did nail a lot of it as well. Like the music's still there, the sound design and the fights is still there. It's just sometimes that kind of translation doesn't always work.
Yeah, and some of those hits don't hit as hard. Like the I am atomic lines. Like he designed himself, like he worked himself so hard that he could create a nuclear explosion centered on himself.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And like those moments are supposed to hit, and I love the sound design in those scenes.
If you haven't seen it, YouTube it.
That might be why I was distracted and I didn't think about it, because I thought he was genuinely about to like nuke the place.
Yeah,
when he does that. I probably was like distracted from like the voice acting because he says it when that's happening. I'm like, oh fuck!
Enveloping the whole city. Like, oh god, is he coming?
Not just that though. I don't know if you noticed. It's most prevalent in the is it Bushi festival? The sword fighting. Bushin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when it slows down?
Yeah.
And they had that music start to build up, and the music's getting faster and faster, but the actual animation is slowing down. And I think that's brilliant because it's building tension, because obviously it's because he's seeing everything, and he's seeing everything. But when he like moves, there's this weird sound they use of like a guitar being like strummed down, when you like slide down the thing, but it's like being echoed and it like stretches. I was like, where the fuck did they come up with that sound? Like, that's amazing, because it does sound like a shadow moving through. Like, I was like, this is. I'm not a sound person. Like, if anything, Tim's the sound guy, as we know.
He's an audio guy, not a sound.
Yeah, guy. He's the audio guy. Yeah, it's the funniest thing he's ever said. But this one, I honestly believe the only reason I watched this show was because someone posted the I Am Atomic thing, and that's all I needed to see to get into it. I was like, that sound is amazing, and I think a lot of people found out of it through like YouTube clips and TikToks of that. Going, watch it for this, and the rest. I was like, oh, maybe it's just going to be one great fight scene, but the actual show is actually quite good. I mean, yeah, cringy.
Cringy, yeah. I want to talk about the cringiest arc.
It is supposed to be cringy. He knows he's cringy. He knows who he is, and he wants to be cringy. He even says it in the first episode. Everyone else gives up on their superhero dreams. Not me, though. I'm gonna be Batman.
It's only what he's Batman. He's Batman. That's what.
He's Batman. No, he's a poor Batman. his harem's rich. He ain't.
I want to talk about the cringiest arc, though. The attack on the Academy.
Yeah.
That was just. It was just very heavy-handed. I swear. Though my favorite line out of that is, "They have no aesthetics." Attacking during the day with dark clothes.
Although
but
obviously lots of love interests, but nothing ever really, because he does try to. Well, I love the idea. He's still trying to be a background character, and things keep happening where he's thrust into the limelight. He's like, all right, I've got to play. How can I play this? Like when he's fighting Rose in the competition, and he's like, no, I have 32 more stances I want to do, and they think he's trying to fight. But he's trying to find 32 ways to show how he can lose. Like they're dragging him off covered in bandages. Like, let me lose more. And she thinks that he just loves her and wants to keep fighting.
Yeah, which is then sealed when the Academy gets attacked and he saves her life. Like, well, that's a love interest there.
I know I'm probably thinking about it too much. And this is a world with magic and runes and, people can run on water and everything. No one acknowledges the fact, like, elves are picked up, but we're not going to talk about cat girls being in the show.
Well, that's the weirdest thing. In the intro, when he talks about, when he goes, I think it's the second episode, when they show the world. In the first scene, when it shows the crowd of people talking, there's just animal people in it.
Yeah.
There's no question. I think the second season explains it more, which is probably why you don't know about it, but this world just has that. Like elves and things. These are just normal.
Because that was another thing I was going to bring up. This show has a lot of characters, which I know a lot of things we've watched lately have had a lot of characters in it.
For campfire cooking, that was just a little core group that was just
true.
We need to watch an anime where it's just one guy.
It's called One. Skylar gives it a 2 out of 3 or whatever. Like
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
2 out of 10 is what I meant to say.
That is the weirdest measurement. Like, what'd you give it? 2 out of 3.
I forgot who it was.
So it's middle.
I forgot where we saw it on reviewing a game. Sorry for a little tangent. And somebody score system is like 0 to 45 or something. It's really weird. Yeah.
Sky just made a face that I can only explain was confused horse. You extended your mouth down. I've never seen that face. That was amazing.
Oh, but the reason I asked this is because she really only gets one big scene in the season, and I know this is a fan favorite character because I've seen too much artwork and everything of Delta in the show.
Yeah, Delta. She gets a huge role in season 2.
Is that what it is then? Because she's like fan favorite from that. What's the one where it's like all the different isekais? That's why why did I fucking put 2 and 2 together? I'm an idiot.
You talking about Isekai Classroom?
Yeah, they're in that. Why didn't I put 2 and 2 together? I should have known that this is an isekai. I'm just an idiot.
You had all the clues, Slade. You just couldn't put it together, could you?
And then got slapped by Truck-kun.
Detective Slade hit by a truck.
I really did. That realization hit me like that. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Isn't there an anime about a truck that is the isekai truck? I believe that's a thing now.
You're thinking about
like the isekai service or something?
No. There's a truck it's the truck, and it's an anime about that truck isekaiing people.
I've heard that's a thing.
Like, if we've got to watch that, if it's true, because that's like Slade's nightmare.
He forces you to watch the vending machine.
Yeah, I think it's just the vending machine anime you're thinking of.
No, I've heard
I've
something
heard
about it. It
about
might have just been a series of shorts.
You found it. You're hiding it.
No, I didn't find it.
I can see the reflection in your eyeballs.
Just as a list of the harem on the other monitor.
So
Which
It is.
harem?
It's a harem. It's a harem.
I mean, kinda. I mean, it's like they don't live with him, but yeah, they do
But
dote over him.
they do live with them though, technically, because he keeps them all in that like place hidden in the mountains.
No,
essentially.
I think that's their place. I don't think he actually fucking knows about that.
No,
'Cause
he
he's not
does.
been home for years.
I think he does know about it. Because they go
Where
into
is
it,
this country?
like the last episode, the camera like pans into it and he's down there playing the waltz or whatever on the piano.
Oh, is that him playing it there? I thought he was just playing that back in.
No, and he's
His
doing the
phone.
whole.
Ah,
No one plays
I
piano
thought-
like that.
No,
You see what I just did?
The sway
aesthetic.
piano, yeah.
It's
I love
the
how
aesthetic.
anyone listening to this couldn't. you sway
Yeah.
for us.
No,
All right. Speaking about pianos, though, what did you think about the scene where he stole the piano? I mean, it's certainly hinted that they're investigating the piano theft with the police. So, like,
How is a
who
grand
steals the
piano stolen in broad daylight?
Like,
That is by far, in a way, that's one of my most favorite moments in this show. Like, he stole a piano just for the aesthetic of being
Yeah.
in the moonlight.
not just that, but got bird feathers, all white bird feathers, and then made sure he had one black feather for him. I'm like, come on, this man is the cringiest yet brilliant.
It's all about the aesthetic.
You saw,
it's all aesthetic. It's nothing else.
So you mentioned, Slade, that you got a bit bored in the middle. I want to say it was episode 11 to 12 you're talking about. You're talking about when they're
Yeah.
shopping at the two sisters, the princesses, go
Yeah.
to his organization and they're
Yep.
looking at underwear. It's a fan service episode. That's what that is. That is the
100%.
beach episode, if you will. Like, you know.
Yeah. But
In the
somehow
next season,
cringier.
Slade, they
Yeah.
do all the fucking they did the Hot Springs episode even in this season.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
next season, all of that. They do everything you can imagine.
Oh, that's
in the
right,
next
because they
season.
actually build a hot
They
spring.
build a Hot Springs in the next season.
There's a whole episode
It's
where
a harem, Sky. It's a
Yeah.
harem.
but like you have no idea how many more girls come into it in the next season.
it focuses a lot on the girls in the next
it-
season.
But they also bring in the animals. The animal
Yeah.
humans you talk about. It's like almost like a whole season based on that and vampires, I believe.
Okay.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll not get into that. Let's rein this back into this season. What was your favorite fight?
Oof.
Is it
Damn it.
wrong to say the last fight on the train where it's literally like a 2v1?
No, that whole fight is last
that's-
episode fight is amazing.
Yeah,
It's probably
between-
one of the
So good.
best.
Between Beatrix and Iris, I think that is.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
the
Yeah.
war goddess elf and the princess like defender who invented the sword play of the kingdom.
Yep.
Right. Invented the swordplay of the kingdom and is also using a legendary artifact. And he just laughs in their face and says, "You
It's
can't
great for
defeat me using
spectacle."
borrowed power."
God, I like the fact that they're both looking defeated, and he's like, "Now it's time for the real fun," and you're just like, "Oh, "Okay."
What about when Beatrix and him are just doing one-on-one bit?
Yeah.
And he steps and disappears. The sound stops, and she's like, "What?" And he's just behind her going, "Hello," and you're like, "What the fuck, man?" Like,
The sound design on those steps
Mhm.
was phenomenal. Oh,
What's the
man.
funniest
The
thing,
show
like,
gives me chills. I love those
everything
fight
he
scenes.
does is for the aesthetic. Like, I don't know if you noticed, he can walk without sound. He can
Yes.
do that. But when he's playing the character and he wants them to hear him, he'll make the sound. Like, I can't remember which anime it was. I think it might have been Record of Ragnarok. Or another one, a fighting one, where a guy wears beads in his hair.
Mhm.
So his enemies can hear him coming. Oh, no, I think it was Bleach, actually. It was Captain... the big scary guy with the eye patch, captain of Squad 10, I think. He's
Yeah.
like, he doesn't have a Bankai in it. He's just strong as fuck. Zaraki or something. Like, he wears these beads in his hair, so his enemies have a leg up, so that they can hear him coming and stuff. He's like, "Yeah, you use my beads against me because you need a handicap.
Oh.
Because you guys are so below me." But do you think you see how Shadow enjoys himself though, right? When he's like, yes, I want you to believe not only that I'm weaker than you, but like he loves the reveal. Like you say, it's edging for him. He's edging most of the time.
It is. It's the edging in the shadows. That's all it is. That's
edging in the shadows.
His shadows bucket list.
oh.
That's why he has the harem and it's so dark everywhere in the building and everything. He's just edging in the shadows.
My God.
I have to ask, Slade, what did you think about the relationship in the first kidnapping arc with the princess when she's throwing him money and he's acting like a dog?
That's fan service. That's all that is.
Yeah, I wondered what you think that was. But him when he's like woof and biting it and like, what did you think of that? I mean, is that fan service? Like...
Yeah, that is. There's so many people. There's so many people like the bark for me. You know, like people did that with Makima from Chainsaw Man.
Oh God.
Yeah, where she would put like it would be like art where she'd like have a collar and say like bark for me, and she actually made Denji do that also in there. It's a fetish thing. It's a fetish thing. Period.
I thought it was trying to show how he was like, her bitch. like
that's
she's
kind of what that's
her
kind
bitch.
of what it is.
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
like,
she was literally using him, and he was using her for money. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. At the same time, like, how has no one noticed Shadow and Sid are the same goddamn person? There's not much difference between them other than the eyes.
Yeah.
Like, Superman putting on glasses, like, come on.
Like, when he was supposed to have fought in the hero's trial, Sid doesn't show up, but Shadow does.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like, oh, your love interest is this guy called Sid who sacrificed himself for you. The next moment, Shadow shows up and not one person. I just want one person in the background going, that Sid guy dies a lot. Has anyone noticed? Like, he disappears a lot. Like, what the fuck's going on there?
Alexia doesn't even question that she didn't murder him.
Well, it's like that they
she does ask like, are you all healed now from when she stabs him?
The only person who's smart enough to do it, and they drop her in the beginning, is the girl with the pink hair. Her dad is like in charge of the school or something like that.
Oh,
I forgot her name.
Sherry.
Sherry,
yeah.
Yes, yeah. She's the one smart enough to figure that out, and I don't know why she hasn't yet.
If you remember at the end of episode 12, which is the not 12, 20, which is the end one, she actually gets a small little flashback to her stabbing the paper about Shadow because she hates him because she believes he killed her father or
right.
Father,
so that was Sherry in the room surrounded by all of his wanted posters, just like okay. So
that's the only time they brought her back.
Super angry because he didn't want to tell her that it was her adoptive father who killed her mother.
Right.
Like she doesn't know any of that yet, and she'll probably find out in another season, or she'll come back as like with an artifact thing to fight him.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you the dumbest character in the whole show, who I'm glad we didn't spend a lot of time with.
Is it the person who runs the Mitsubishi? Is it?
No, it's
Mitsugoshi.
It's Goldie Gilded, that guy.
Oh my
god, that character so much.
I forgot about him.
I was like, Shadow is like a big douche, but you're like a massive douche.
Like he's sitting there like with a scouter. He's got like his own personal scouter. Yeah, your power level is only 32.
I love the little references they're doing there. Like you said about Anna Rose talking about the fights.
Yeah.
Like they do that in every it's the Pokemon explanation. They use Thunderbolt because that's a water type, and there it is. Like we know, we play the game. It's rock paper scissors. Stop telling us.
Meanwhile, Anne Rose just thinks that the source of his power is cricking his neck and sneezing. And so she's practicing it to the dismay of all of the crowd around her.
Yep. Although Slade, that guy you're talking about, Gilded Golden, and you know the big beefy guy who beat up Mundane Man, telling him not to fight. They come back in season 2, and they are humbled as fuck. You'll love it. You'll love it when they're humbled, man. They're like so much funnier.
I thought they were just going to be worse. I thought they'd be worse.
No,
that's right. I love how Gildy, like, he's got like a hand cart. He's got his sword on. He's pushing around on wheels.
But poor Skell falling for his betting thing, losing all his money again.
All of it.
Just having to go work on a boat.
Yeah, right. He's like constantly asking Shadow for money and just like He's just avoiding the question entirely, and I love that so much.
I think that's really funny. Just like literally like limboing out from under him to like not be bothered.
See, out of the 3 arcs, then you got the kidnapping arc, sanctuary arc, and festival arc,
and also the Night Academy arc.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would call that kidnapping zone kind of thing because like they kidnapped the daughter almost.
Yeah.
Or is that part of the sanctuary arc? Would you say?
No, I'd say it's its own thing, honestly, because it's basically the school's being overrun by terrorists.
Out of the 4, which one would you say is your favorite? Because I think the festival arc is best because it's got its weird build up but obviously the end fight is always one of the best. But
yeah, well, that's really when it drew me back in. I think that's
I like that arc as well because it focuses a lot on the girls in Shadow Garden and their exploration into the origins of the demon, or the origins of the cult of Diablos, and the origins of them themselves, because they are the product of human experimentation.
Yep.
And they're the descendants of those original experiments. And when it's said that they're descendants of the hero, it just means that they're descendants of orphans who were experimented on by using the Diablos's blood.
Trying to from make the hand, isn't it?
Yeah, trying to make a weapon.
Here's the thing: did you notice? You probably did notice, but you know when Shadow kills the first bad guy we meet in the cult after he kidnaps his sister,
and
he's younger then, and he gets the locket with the girl on it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice when Alpha kills the big monster and she's trying to you're causing her pain, and then she kills her, the big monster in the city? That's the sister of him. She has the locket as well.
Yeah, it did a cut to another locket. Yeah,
I was like, damn, that's harsh, man. Like both brother and sister, and he was only in it because his sister was possessed. But it was the cult that did it, and I'm like, that's subtle little hints. I'm rewatching it. That's what you get. These you don't realize there's these little things. Like the sister looks exactly like the person he saved in the first season, which is why I believe this universe is made by him.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly, with all the powers and abilities. He's essentially OP to untouchable from season 1. To pull us back to our normal train of thought, I know I've already listed it. My favorite. What's y'all's?
Yeah. I love how in all of his, that's your favorite.
I just thought I'm here. I'm here for a good poop joke. All right.
We need to find an anime of just poop jokes.
Oh my gosh.
I've literally just watched it as well. I'm racking my brain. All I can think about is when he screams. You know when they say like everyone's you got no place to run away, and he's like, and he starts. Not the laugh bit, but when he yells, "Why would he?"
Yeah.
Like why? And then it cuts to him, and it's like he shows his power, and then they realize, oh fuck, we're dead. Like it's not like this man has so much power. It took up a nation.
Cutting back to the first episode when he says the reason is like he wants power. He's like, I can hone my skills all I want, but if a nuclear bomb hits, all I can do is evaporate.
Yeah.
And so in the face of that, that's what they were thinking too.
Yeah.
Just powerless.
Although there is some great scenes in the Sanctuary one as well. I know it wasn't as like I found it sometimes a bit too talky. But obviously they're explaining a lot of the history. Like the clone battle was kind of Like I loved Delta having a fight.
That's really like the first time you kind of get to see her do her thing. Honestly,
yeah. I mean the actual cloned old baldy guy.
Yeah.
I was like, literally,
you mean Dr. Robotnik?
Yes.
Yeah, really just Dr.
When they're like, they even say it's like you can have 1,000 clones. They all share one idiotic brain. Like it's like, you're just fighting drones at this point. But when she brings out the iron slab, her weapon, the giant slime, it's not even a sword. It's just a giant slab of iron. He's like, and death.
It's like a giant fly swatter. It's fantastic.
But when he's fighting the witch as well, when he summons her, and that whole fight scene, and they're both smiling, and it's like having fun. but he can tell that she's like not really there. She's chained up. Her power is. And he's like, so happy to have someone who's actually good to fight. And he's like, yes, finally. I'm so happy. Like,
It still beats her in one hit.
Yep.
But he's just still so happy about it. I love the reveal that what's it? Aurora? Is that her name? The witch's name?
Yeah, Aurora.
I love that it's revealed that she is actually the Diablos.
Yeah, the demon arm.
Yeah, the Witch of Calamity. Yeah.
What's her last name? Is it Borealis?
I sure hope so.
I hate it so much.
I want to make a note of something too. So this I did watch it in the dub, but I also had subtitles on just because I wanted to be able to spell names right when I was taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
But during the Dark Knight Academy Under Attack episode 8, I love the descriptions of the music as it's played. There's one that was campy spy music continues. It just shows up on screen. Intense techno music. Like
that doesn't surprise me that that's what it's called.
Oh, it's campy spy music continues. Yeah, as Sherry's just like trying her best.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so bad. Like
so bad.
Flip-flops talking to herself, being as loud as humanly
possible. What I like
though?
I like how they called it out. Like, yeah, you can't wear flip-flops and speak to yourself and look around a corner and then hide again when you've got master assassin people walking around. They would spot you.
Yeah.
Doing like it's like Mr. Magoo hides from the police. It ain't gonna work.
Jeez. Gosh, I'll say one of my favorite moments because it's hard to pinpoint for me because I was just smiling and laughing along with this entire show. Like honestly, it's just the right amount of edgy because it leans into it. It knows exactly what it's about, and I love it. It is both cringe and free.
It knows what it is. I'll give it that.
Oh yeah,
like it knows what it's doing, and I like that. You know, it's sometimes. But I think that's the difference between this anime and that failure frame one we're watching.
It's trying too hard.
It's trying way too hard to be cringy. Like it's not it. It's trying to be It's trying to be edgelord, and it's coming off as cringe. And this one, he's like, "Oh, I'm cringy." And I love it.
Like, and it leans into it. It's self-aware. Yeah.
It still gives you the cringe moments though. It does do.
Oh
that.
Yeah, no.
Which just makes me smile.
He loves it though, because when he nails a cringe bit, he's like, and now I get to reveal myself. This is so good.
But he's like way into it while being mundane man. And he's like, so then I get allowed to be like, yes, I am Shadow.
But imagine you're hearing his inner thoughts. If they didn't have any of that and it was just him, right? It wouldn't be as cringy, obviously, because you wouldn't hear what he's saying. But I think if you think about someone doing espionage, I bet that's what they're thinking all the time. Just like if they say like you're a spy and you're like, yes, I'm a Nazi. Oh my god, I got away with it. I'm the best spy in the world. like that's all that's going through their heads, man. Telepaths must just always be hearing the worst thing, the cringiest shit in their head. It's like the guy throws rubbish in the bin and everyone's like, oh, that was a pretty good shot. The guy plays it off as nothing. But in his head, he's like, holy fuck, I got it in the bin. I'm a legend.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I love the moments where he leans into it like really hard, like just for the aesthetic. Stealing the piano, I gotta say, is I think my favorite moment in the show. Just because he does it solely for the aesthetic, playing the Moonlight Sonata in a beam of moonlight surrounded by feathers, just making his grand entrance.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh yeah.
The what about the bit with when he sits on when Sid shows up to watch the fight for his sister, and he sits next to the princess, and he's just like, I'm in the wrong seat. See you later. She's like, no, you're in the right seat. He's like, no, I'm a background character. See you later. I'm not staying here. Leave.
Like, does he actually say that out loud? Sometimes I'm so curious. Does he actually say that out loud?
It seems like he does. Yeah. Like his mouth is moving.
Right, I'm in the wrong. He actually said, I'm in the wrong place. See you later. Like, no, you are. You're the brother of I forget her name, but like you're Claire's brother. And he's like, everyone else is like, who is this no-named guy? Like, why is he sitting here? Like, And she's like, "Oh, this is the brother of Claire," and Beatrix sits down, and they're having. I love how the camera pans as they're having a conversation between the war goddess, the princess, and nobles. And then they're like, "So, is there anyone you're interested in?" And she just goes, "Yeah, Sid." And then the camera just goes straight back onto Sid, and he's like, "Damn you, Beatrix!" The camera was just about to pan away from him, and it goes back. It's like, I just want to be a background character.
Yeah, internally, he's like, "This is terrible for my background image."
And I love how much he focuses on that too. Just bringing in the aesthetic of just like living a mundane life.
No, it was brilliant for Mundane Man as well. Brilliant name. If we're talking about names,
They're just going
Come on,
through a
Slade.
book of names, and they find Mundane Man. He's
so
like, "Yep,
much.
that's
I
it.
hate
That's
it.
that's
like,
the
don't
one."
you love how it like just nails it on the head? That little bit extra, like.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
So speaking of hate, then what is your least favorite?
Oh,
part
the main
about this
character,
show?
Sid.
Yeah,
Seriously.
oh no, you can't hate Sid.
it's
He's the
Sid.
best character.
Oh, he drives me nuts. He drives when he's fighting and being a badass. Yes,
You mean when he's Shadow?
yeah. When he's Shadow, it's cool. But when he's Sid, I can't stand him.
Yeah, but you
can't.
have to have the Bruce Wayne to the Batmans. You have to have it, man.
This
you can't
isn't
have
Bruce
one-
Wayne to the Batman. He's being both Joker and Batman at the same time.
I'm sorry, man.
Honestly, though, it would not surprise me if he was pulling the strings on both sides. Like
Oh,
if he was the
100%.
ringleader of the Cults of Diablos too.
Oh, yeah, he was just the ringleader the whole time, making
Thing
drama
is,
for
the way
himself.
he acts in the world, like he's surprised all the time when they show up, and he's like, "This cult the thing is really just like got out." Like the way he mentioned it was just he read a bottle of like wine in his hometown when she asked who did it, and he's even like looking around the room, going, like usual suspecting, mind playing it. He had to come up with a plan."
Like
Which is
using
why,
that.
again, I think he's the source of all of it. I don't think he knows he's done it. Like this
He is so
universe,
incredibly powerful here for some reason too. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. The truck con really fucked up with this isekai because it made a god basically.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
do
mad
love-
at it though.
Like obviously we only watched this season, and Slade, the second season does get a little bit like, huh? Wait, huh? Like it because it doesn't explain anything. It actually makes it more questions to be raised.
Oh,
and now
lovely.
the movie's coming out, which hopefully will explain a bit more. But the second season's only 12 episodes.
Right.
So they're going down in episodes, but they're cramming a lot in. And if you think that Shadow's cringy, the
Mhm.
second season, he has a new persona.
Oh no.
Yeah. Almost
no.
looks like Persona 5's Joker a little bit. I think if you and Tim watched this season, you'd be mad.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, we'll get to that later. I don't think I'm ready to put it down yet. I just think I need a break from Sid for a little while.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair.
That's fair. You want to do this season 2 in another episode then with a follow up?
Yeah, we can do that.
I trust.
I wouldn't-
If the
I wouldn't be
movie
opposed
comes
to that.
out, I would like to continue the series.
But we need to get everybody else least favorite part as well, not just
Uh,
what does Slade hate.
I think that episode where they go shopping.
Yeah.
Like the two princesses. That whole episode could have just been cut.
Exposition over underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't need it. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of fan service that isn't really needed. Like the camera angles in this didn't
Mhm.
make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing if people didn't like the anime, as in for the substance of the battles, at least they had some eye candy. I guess. I think that's what they were thinking. Like, if people aren't interested in the story, give them something to look at.
I don't
Like
know how
that-
you wouldn't like the battles though, because they
No,
are good.
like the talking bits. If
Oh,
people don't
yeah.
like the backstory, give them something to look at. You know, like that episode of Top Gear where Jeremy Clarkson goes, "I'm going to talk about this car, but some people don't like cars, so I'm going to put on this side of the screen a bunch of puppies in a basket." And it worked.
Yeah.
Like people went, "That's the best episode they've ever done." Like
that.
like, it
I
was
mean, if you're gonna do that, then you might as well watch that. What's the anime where they literally fight using their boobs while being
Oh,
in
no.
volleyball uniform? You might as well just watch that if that's all you're into.
that was that. I don't know how that got made into an anime, but Jesus, I don't know if Sky knows what we're talking about, but
Not a clue.
there's
Yeah,
a whole
literally-
anime based on like almost sumo wrestling over water,
Mhm.
but they can only use their boobs and butts.
Yeah.
and they're like superpower like attacks
Yeah,
and stuff. It's insane.
there's like a
Fan service, the
there's
anime.
yeah, basically there's like a gif of two girls essentially like attack twerking at each other, and I don't know how better to describe it than that. But it looks wild. Hey, I'm gonna go find the video of that.
I think one of the scenes you may have seen, like a teacher bounces like chalk off her butt as someone's sleeping, and it breaks the wall behind him. Misses him like, or misses them. Like it's one of those like they knew what they were doing when they made it. I forget the name, but it's insane.
I'll say my least favorite episode or series of episodes, I think, is the Dark Knight Academy is under attack. Like I appreciated Sid's like subterfuge and just like casually killing because he can still use his magic because he's Sid, but just casually killing all of the terrorists. But I think it's just a poor taste to do, shooting children in a school.
Yeah,
in my opinion, those were. I didn't enjoy that.
The dual sword guy who was like part of their group who wasn't part of the. He was like a hired thug.
Oh, what? No, the named character Rex, right?
Yeah, wasn't that voice actor the guy who plays Bakuga in?
Yeah, I think so.
In My Hero,
yeah,
the guy with the spiky hair and the grenade arms.
Yeah, Bakugo. Mm.
Yeah. Like, I swear that's his voice actor. He even screams like him when he dies. I was like, wait a minute. That was really weird. Took me out of it a little bit. Like, knowing the Japanese voice actor was really weird to me. like, when you hear, like, Matt Mercer's voice, you just know it's him.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, like, it's like in the Shikanokaton right now. One of the deer is played by the Japanese voice actor for Jotaro. From JoJo's Bizarre
Adventure. No, God, tell me they do a reference. Oh, they have in episode 1, isn't it? Apparently, there's a reference.
Episode 2, there's a massive JoJo reference.
Jesus, we live in a world of JoJo. Did you see the fucking TikTok of the JoJo reference? The world is a JoJo reference. Did Shane do that?
No. I can't look at TikToks anyway because I don't have an account.
Mate. So, the bits between USA and England, like the C bit.
Mm-hmm.
If someone has literally, I shit you not, you can get one of the characters using the shapes. I kid you not, it like fits perfectly. I was like, no, the world is a JoJo reference.
Yeah, did you not know that?
No, but like literally is. Like, I'll look it up for you. Was there any bits you didn't find we do always? What's your favorite? What's your worst? Do you find anything just kind of like It was all right.
I think that's the bit for me is just a lot of the I know we have to have world exposition and building like that. I just think sometimes it just drags too long to get to the point of like what we need to do next. Sometimes
you did mention pacing. Yeah,
it drags a bit sometimes. I feel like. That could be me.
That I still appreciate the exposition. I like to have the world fleshed out more, but yeah, I could see it started to because you're expecting action out of this show, not necessarily all of the political intrigue, and like what the Mitsugoshi organization is doing behind the scenes, trying to take over the world economy single-handedly by making a Rollopoid camera, for example, in the Model T and Morse code.
yeah. They even find the little bits when they're like buying the land. I don't know if you noticed, like they're buying this like slum. He's trying to sell it as like pristine land to the company, and they're buying it because in the background they're like, "We found out, we can make petroleum out of this oil." She's like, "Yep, we'll buy it. We'll buy it all. We'll buy all the land. We'll buy all of it." Everything without question, but you have to let us do what we want. And the guy's like, of course. And you're like,
and the next line is like
trading.
Right. And the next line she says is, so the housing bubble begins. Like, come on. Like they're manipulating the economy here.
Yep.
Well, this is why season 2 is good as well, which obviously they've made it shorter, Slade, so you'll enjoy the fat trimming.
There we go.
And they actually discuss the economy a bit more. Like that's a lot in season 2 about what they've done and what's happening.
And like I've said before, I'm not against exposition episodes. I'm not against that. It's just
I am.
It's just keep the pacing is my my argument for it.
I don't mind
a lore dump. I don't mind. No, there's ways to do it, and there's certain shows that do it very well.
Jaka wants a kaiju movie with just kaiju.
Yeah.
Yes, it's called a kaiju movie. I'm not getting into it. Not getting into it.
He doesn't need exposition. He just wants fights.
Like Jurassic Park made sense to have the humans there because it was a park where people saw Jurassic things. That makes sense. Don't call it Jurassic World and then not have any fucking dinosaurs in the world.
All right, so let's rein it in again. What's the other topic we try to do? Is what did you think of the music?
The music's good. I think the sound design's tremendous.
I think best bit of the series is the sound design.
Yeah, I think
the animation's great, but it would
some
be
of the music. I mean, the music felt fitting. It didn't feel like it was quite like outstanding. I mean, the Moonlight Sonata playing like was a nice touch, but it wasn't outstanding. But just the sound design, yes, music didn't really stand out too much.
The music, like the intro and outro. I'm not really hitting on that. I mean, for like the fight scenes, their use of the speeding up music when it slows down. I think that was genius design. And very specific. They made it, I've not heard that like fight music outside of this anime. If that makes sense. Like a music you've heard before, like you actually do hear it a few times. There's a certain fight song, like like Bleach has their own version of fight music, and
Well, it's like the characters song or whatever.
Yeah, like JoJo, like they all got their own like things.
Yeah.
Almost what did you call it? What did you call it earlier? Smash intros.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think music's good, sound design is good. I have no complaints in that department. It does.
Animation doesn't ever seem to be lapse either.
No, like I said, I think it takes a lot of good hints from like older animes.
Oh yeah. Oh, reference.
For like how to do stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. One I just remembered too was the was it Rock Lee moment where he took off?
Where
he took off his armor and it just smashed into this concrete.
It heavily takes reference from the universe of all anime. You've got Naruto, Death Note, Evangelion, Gundam at one point. I know that might be season 2 actually, but there's so many fight scenes where you're like, I know this, and then you look at it and be like, yeah, that's Bleach, that's fucking Naruto, yeah. But it does it in a way that's not. It doesn't feel like they're ripping it off. It's more of a homage. It's not like yes, obviously they're ripping it off and going, yeah, it's exactly the same. But he's doing it to be cringy. Like when he does the weight thing, it's not like, oh, everyone's shocked. He's like, yes,
this is my moment. I've been waiting to do this.
Like, he's so happy when she asks him.
It's like, why are you smiling? I mean, he gets confused he's trying to make like entrances and he's getting confused as to units of measurement. He's like, I'm only using 2 milliwatts of my power. No wait, is it ohms? No wait, is it candela? Is it
trying to work out power ratio?
Yeah,
he's an odd character.
I love it so much. It's so edgy and angsty and
so edgy.
It's so fun. I love it.
But again, not enough to make you go, it's too, they know the line. I think being self-aware has definitely made it a better anime.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, I guess now that we're at this point, it's not one that I would drop, but it's one that like I'll watch for a bit, and I need a break. I need a break before I come back to the edginess.
I think
too much.
Like, I've watched this
too much edge.
It's like my 6th or 5th watch through now. I can never remember, but I've had this on in the background. Like say, like if nothing new's come out, like Sky's at work, no one's in the Discords or anything. I'm just like, if I'm at work, I'm like, I don't need to listen to the English dub because I'll just have it on my phone and I know the scenes, but I mainly just watch it for those one scenes, the fight scenes and stuff. YouTube Clips, great show for this, for like just the fight scenes and stuff. But especially if you go watch season 2 and you want to go, wait, what's that person? You can quick back kind of thing. And I just skip those middle episodes, which don't really mean much to it. Like the expedition ones. I'm like, yeah. But I'm like that with all anime at this point now. I'm getting really angry at slime.
It's very political right now.
Yeah, I'm like,
he's building a kingdom.
I don't care.
It takes details.
I don't think you understand how the manga, as it gets on, the fight scenes in the future are amazing. I just want to get to that. Like, can I just? Is there a skip button for like my anime I can do in the future?
That's
skip intro, skip outro,
Intro.
skip exposition.
Look,
Yep.
there's a lot. It's a lot we have to do in a day. We got work. People have commitments. I'm trying to get to America. I don't have enough time to hear the backstory of a fantasy world. Show me the fight.
I will say, we'll come to this when we talk about what we're watching next. There are some shows that can handle the exposition very well, and there are times where they drag. This one, I think sometimes this one kind of teeter-totters on dragging sometimes, and then like just nailing it quickly. You know what I mean? Like when Lord Perv Asshat, we didn't need much. You could just tell he's a big bastard. You got a little bit of exposition with him. Great, let's move along, please.
I think they could have cut out easily to made this 12 episodes.
No, I think this could have been 16. I don't think you could cut that much. I think.
I mean, there's a lot of talking.
Yeah, but no, I think you could cut it to like 16 or 17. I don't think you could cut that much out of it.
I mean, all that stuff with the first episode of like her talking to Sid, and it's all based on her. They could just have it as her being kidnapped. Going in there.
I enjoyed the rug pull there, though. It
I think
definitely because it not only introduced like Sid's character very well, but it also introduced like some of like his motivations and how other people see him first.
Yep.
And then that rug pull of it being about him and how he interacts with the world and how the world interacts with them. I really enjoyed
making
that,
him a background character.
I think that's part of why I was so mad and I sent you that message.
I didn't even think that you knew. I completely forgot you didn't know that it was about that guy. So when you were like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, it starts with the girl. Damn it, he don't even got a clue." But I did talk about sound design for a sec. Did you notice when he puts his shoes in the locker makes a horrific noise?
Yep.
Like it's being weighed down. It's because his shoes are super heavy.
Yep.
Like he's wearing weights all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when he puts them in, they're like, and she doesn't notice. Even his bag is heavy as shit. He's carrying all this shit with him. And no one has ever questioned this.
Nope.
Yeah, he's like constantly like using like squeeze trainers and what's it, grip strength trainers, and he's got like weights around his wrists as well.
Just remember, people in school, if you ever see a guy carrying around weights around their wrists and stuff,
leave him be.
Leave him be.
Stay on his good side, you know.
Just a polite wave. That's all you need to do.
Yep.
All you need to do.
All right. So overall thoughts then, if we're going to be closing this out, overall thoughts, and would you give it a recommend? Starting with you, Slade.
Oh man.
Would you recommend it?
I don't hate it. I don't love it.
That's that's a high score from Slade.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's good. There's times where it's good to great, but then there's times where it's slow. I don't think it's a binge watch show, but it's a put on, watch an episode or two, and then move on with your day. I don't know if that makes sense or not. That might make sense.
This is was very good when it was coming out episode by episode.
Yeah,
like this made you very happy to watch the next episode.
Yeah, I probably would have liked it a lot more like that, watching it week to week instead of like 7 episodes at a time.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
I think that would make a big difference. But I think it's good. I'd recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Somebody needs a good harem anime. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
One of these. It's not. It's the thing is. It's like we get blamed for it. They're making it. Like it's not my fault. It's one of the tropes, man.
I mean, I did.
Well, I recommended it. I recommended it to you to watch first. I definitely recommend this. I like. Obviously, I found this out weirdly, Slade. Like I said, I got sent I think it was a TikTok or a YouTube. I can't remember clip of the atomic bit.
Right,
and that's what made me watch it. It was not on my radar until that, and I was like, oh shit, this is cool. Like the sound design, I'm in on it. Watched it with Sky, and then Sky was like, "Yeah, this is really cringy. I love it." I was like, oh. I didn't even think about the cringe.
Those words exactly. I'm sure.
Yeah,
and I'm all about
angsty. But Slade's right. It's not always top tier, or sometimes it is just it's good. Other times it's a little bit eh. But I think all anime is you can't have like a full everything's great. I mean, look at even movies. I mean, look at Star Wars lately.
We're not gonna. They can't all be bangers.
Goddamn acolyte. But
It was cancelled.
thank God. And the thing is, you don't want things cancelled. I know it sounds crazy because you want more of the universe you love, just not being awful.
Yep.
Is that so much to ask? Just please stop ruining things.
So
like, can we just quickly mention the Borderlands movie?
no,
What
No.
the fuck?
no,
No.
What the
No.
fuck?
No.
just
You
no.
made the Monster Hunter movie look good. How?
This guy.
I'll close it off by saying,
Get us away. Get us away. Quick.
bring us back in. Yep,
9%.
no. I love this show so much. Honestly, like it just has a special place in my heart. I love dark and edgy and angsty and self-aware. It ticks all of the boxes. It was so much fun, and just like watching the world react to an overpowered character, I love it. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorites.
Awesome.
What is there a name for that highly overpowered character
OP.
introduced to us? Is it no? But is that like the thing? It's just OP character.
Well, there's like a trope.
Characters.
There's like a trope of like man versus world, world versus man, and I think this is more like world versus man. It's just like how the universe reacts to him. Is
I know my
favorite.
You love those, like
One Punch Man, like Dragon Ball Z. You know, just the world reacting to the overpowered character.
you
Even
over
if the
there giving-
episodes don't focus on him, just how the world knows
reacts
him
to
and
it,
how they react to it. Like, because
Sky, are you
everybody
one of
thinks Shadow's an enemy.
I was gonna say, are you one of those people giving Goku your energy when he needs to do a spirit bomb?
Always.
Is that you? Is that okay?
Always.
I have never done that. I never watched Dragon Ball until I think you guys got me into it in the Discord.
Was not me. My favorite.
when we used to watch it on Saturdays and stuff. I think Tim had it on, and we all just tuned in and watched it. No, it's Jake. Jake used to put on a series.
My favorite thing about Dragon Ball Z is the fact that there's a measurable drop in cartel crime when a new episode comes out.
Wait. Slade, you always come up with new things. I shit you not. That I have to explain to people at work. I was telling people about the Waffle House Index recently. And they were like, what's Waffle House? I had to sit there and explain to 15 people at my job that if Waffle House closes, get the fuck out of the area.
Yep. No, but that's a true like crime statistic that cartel activities go. If there's a new episode of Dragon Ball comes out, there's a measurable drop in activity.
That is impressive. That's impressive when you think about it.
Yeah.
A societal impact.
Isn't it great?
Do you remember when I forgot if was it Heroes that the TV show that came out? It was about super like weird.
Yeah.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah. But when that came out, it was almost like a universal, like everyone was watching it.
Yep.
Because everyone was like, "Don't spoil it, don't spoil it." Like even I remember when Twitter, not X, Twitter, when it first came out, was like everyone was like, "You can't spoil it for the people over the sea. Give it a day." Even the people who made it were like, "Please don't spoil it for them," kind of thing. Like,
yep.
I don't think we experience that anymore, where people are like, "Shh," everyone watches it at the same time.
No, everybody just live tweets whatever they're watching now.
I know it's kind of sad because you're like,
the gloves are off.
Gloves are off.
The gloves are off. Yeah.
Jesus, Slade.
Sorry, I can't help myself sometimes.
The gloves are off. Everyone's
Hi.
telling me their goddamn opinions.
I have to tell y'all something. So we've been, and I want to tell the audience this too, because I like to give them peeks behind the curtain. It's currently August 25th. This episode comes out on November 30th. First of all, happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, I'll be in America.
Yeah. You will be.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. The other big important thing, we've been recording episodes in advance quickly because we're going to do something and we're going to talk about a very big anime that is my favorite anime.
One Piece. We can't wait to watch it.
It's not only my favorite anime, it's also my fiance's favorite anime, and she got mad at me for starting to rewatch it without her.
Ooh.
We're gonna talk about Attack on Titan.
You said when it was One Piece.
No, you said it.
Yeah, no,
you
I'm
said that.
Whenever we're gonna talk about Attack on Titan, but I know what you're thinking, Slade. That's a long anime. It's got a lot of seasons.
You're right. It
And
is.
I'm right. It is. It is.
Did you ever wonder why Slade agreed to watch a 20 episode one? Here's your insight.
Right.
We're gonna watch more.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch every season, including all 4 parts of the final season, and we're gonna go through what I think, anime-wise, is the greatest story. Actually, not even anime-wise, just in general. I think it's the greatest story ever told.
I have not watched anything past season 1. I've got no clue what I'm in for.
It's I mean it's got everything you want in a great story. It's got romance, memorable characters, it's got racism, sexism, it's got a lot of plot twists left and right. Everything is important. There is no point. There's like no filler episodes, period.
There's not one filler episode.
Not one filler episode.
Is there a truck coon?
No.
Is there a harem?
No.
Oh, this is not.
It's gonna be a rough ride.
It's gonna be a rough ride for the two of you.
Woo!
It has such a short
there
title. It's only 3 words. You know.
Oh my
Is
heart!
there
You're
Gundam?
killing me, Slade.
Technically, you could argue it's a mech anime.
Yeah.
One
I've
could
heard
argue
that argument, and I like it.
I argued that at work recently that we're all technically mechs, and the people
Yep.
were like, "What are you talking about?" It's like you're a brain floating in a fucking skeleton. You're a mech.
But yeah, these two haven't finished it. This would be my 4th time watching it all the way through.
Wait, how many seasons is it?
4.
And it's not just these are like what 24 episode seasons.
So here, I'll give the other peek behind the curtain because the other problem is, and we're going to discuss this off camera, I don't know exactly how I'm going to release them yet. Because you have you have season 1 is 26 episodes. Season 2 is 12 episodes, and there's a big thing I'll remind y'all of, that between season 1 and season 2, there's a 4-year hiatus in the production.
Oh.
That's probably why I stopped watching. Yeah.
Yeah. The season 3 has 22, and the final season, it depends how you count things. If you look at Crunchyroll, it says 30 episodes. It says, shut the fuck up, Scott.
Math.
It's a terrible joke. It says 30 episodes, kind of not right. So you have the final season, part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. So it's going to be a total of 7 episodes from the Anime Corner on Attack on Titan.
Oh, we're in our Titan phase.
We are.
So hoping it'll be Titanfall.
Not again.
So you hate that. So we're talking season 1 in December.
Yep.
Christmas Attack on Titan.
Yep.
And we'll probably be finishing this in.
Well, it depends on how our release schedule goes. So if
We'll
we're gonna do
talk about
7
that
episodes.
We'll talk about that off camera because I have not exactly sorted that out yet.
Should we do it by? The irony is, should we just do it by? And I'm not even joking. When we finish the season.
Yeah, we're gonna do one season at a time. So the next episode will be Attack on Titan, the first season.
That's a good point.
We're gonna do one season at a time.
So my next season's gonna be a long way away.
Maybe I will talk to y'all about that at the end because I don't want to say it on recording and then it be wrong.
Ooh.
Right. Because then that means
Fair
I'd have
enough.
to do more work editing, and I don't want to do that. So,
I know. I just thought we were just putting a hiatus to choosing an anime because we're now on a Attack on Titan phase.
no. So, let's go ahead and wrap up and get out of here. You can find me everywhere normally at Slade Plays Games, and check out AnyList. You can see what I'm currently watching there. That might give you some insight to what we are watching for this podcast.
Also true. You can find me at Skylar_Bun on Twitter, as well as on AnyList, which should be in the episode description.
It is.
Hey.
You can find me researching Attack on Titan at UK Jaka. Or UK Jaka _Jaka on AnyList as well. You can watch what I've watched, but I have not rated anything because I'm a bastard.
But you've also watched so many, it would take you literal lifetime
Yeah.
to rate everything.
It was a lifetime of watching. I'm not going to rate everything. Look, if I watched it and I've rewatched it, I liked it. If I haven't rewatched it, didn't like it.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. We will see you for Attack on Titan, Season 1.
Bye.
Bring the popcorn.